If you're looking to buy your next home, but you still have a house to sell and you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed about the process, this video is for you. Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Jordas.Reyes with the Pro Scout Group at Keller Williams Realty in Naples. We focus on residential houses and condos around the Southwest Florida area. Thank you so much for watching this video. The process of buying a home and moving can be a large task to take on at any time. And now imagine having to sell a house at the same time. It could seem overwhelming to think of, and I'm not gonna lie, it sometimes can feel overwhelming, and yet with the right team on your side, you can make it work. At the time of this video, I'm actually helping 3 separate families accomplish this task, and on top of that, I'm going through it as well for myself. If you saw my last video, you saw that I'm actually in the process right now of selling my condo and buying a single family house. Therefore, I know very well how it feels, and my goal at the end of this video is to help you feel more comfortable and confident as you start the process of buying and selling. First, let's start off by looking at your financial position, meaning do you absolutely need to sell before you buy? The first thing that I really recommend that you do prior to putting your house on the market is to speak with your preferred lender. You want their help to see the big picture. We want them to help you determine if you absolutely need to sell before you can qualify for the next mortgage. In the past, I have seen customers who have had the means to qualify for another mortgage without having to sell their existing home. And in a case like this one, what they normally do is buy their new home first. They move in and then they place their home or their house on the market. If this is not an option for you, well then of course we need to move on to the next step of getting your house on the market once you have been qualified. Now, I would like to share some opinions on carrying 2 mortgages. You want to be very cautious about this. You may think that carrying 2 mortgages for 1 or 2 months is not a big deal, but you always need to take into account the market you're in. You want to know how long are homes taking to sell, and if it took 3, 4, or maybe even 5 months to sell your home, would that put a strain on your finances? So now that we have determined that we need to sell first and we have been pre-approved for the new mortgage, we need to get your house ready to hit the market. This means it's time to interview agents that understand the current market conditions and has experience with working with clients who are going through the same process as you. In the description to this video, I have linked a few other videos from my YouTube channel that you might find helpful when it comes to listing your house with an agent. Things right now that you want to focus on here is pricing the house correctly and staging it in a way that highlights the house's key features. This is ultimately going to help you get more showings and offers. Based on our current market conditions as of right now, September 2020, it is possible that your first week on the market, you have had numerous amounts of showings and potentially multiple offers. What is really important when you begin to get offers is that you analyze each one to determine which one has the highest probability of actually getting to the closing table. Sometimes choosing the offer that has the highest price doesn't mean you will close on time, which would really allow you to have a smoother transition into buying a home. Things that you want to look out for with your agent is, of course, purchase price. We want to see the down payment the buyer's putting down, the type of loan being used, the time frame for inspection, and of course the closing date. Negotiating the right terms on your house can make buying your next home go a lot smoother. In the perfect world, we are able to coordinate your closing to happen the same day or maybe a day or 2 apart. However, it is important to understand that things can go wrong, and with many moving parts, we have to plan for the worst. If things don't line up perfectly, it helps to have a backup plan. For some of my customers in the past, it's meant relying on either friends or family to locate a short-term rental that you can use in between closings. Maybe if your buyer has flexibility on the moving date, you might even be able to offer to do like a post-closing occupancy agreement, which will allow you to rent the house back from them until you close on your next house. In my personal situation, I have some friends and family that I know that have homes that are vacant, not being used, so I'll be placing my personal items in storage while I rent the house out from them or the condo and stay there for whatever length of time it takes before, from when I close on my condo to when my house closes. Now it's time to negotiate for your new home. In most cases, people like to start with the purchase price as the main negotiation point. Keep in mind that the timeline for closing is also going to be very important in this case. In a situation where we're selling and buying at the same time, we want to coordinate the closings as close together as possible. I do recommend that you work with your same agent, as they have the best understanding of your sales contract and can help you help structure the terms of your new contract in a way that gives sellers more confidence that the offer will actually get to the closing table. So an example, I recently made an offer for a customer in this exact situation, and because I was helping them on both sides, I was able to give the listing agent of the house they wanted to buy more confidence, not only in my customer's offer, but me as the agent. That confidence translates to the conversation that the seller and their agent have together, and it increases the likelihood that your offer is going to be accepted. Now, guys, the process of buying and selling a home doesn't have to be overwhelming. With the right team in place, you can get through the process with as little to no issues that cannot be resolved. If this is the process that you're thinking of going through, I definitely would be honored to be on your team. Don't hesitate to call me right here at 239-900-9608. I want to thank you again for watching this video. Please tag or share anyone that you know that's going through the same decision, and I'll see you on the next one.